Alright guys, good morning to another really chilly morning in Delhi NCR. It's 3 degrees. I didn't look up the temperature map because I'm bored of it. But yeah, it is really cold. But I'm super excited. Not because it's New Year's. Yes, I am. But it's 2 days from now. But I'm excited for tomorrow. Guess what's happening? My princess is arriving. Yavi baby is arriving. So I'm gonna go pick them up tomorrow. But I'm doing something more special, something special for her and special for me. Her because she's going to enjoy it, for me because I've never done it and I enjoy cooking. As you know, went and got my groceries. I wanted fresh milk though. There it is. So what am I going to do with all that stuff? Well, I'm going to do Khejur-er gurer Payesh, which means Khejur means date, gur means jaggery, Payesh means rice pudding. So here it begins. So guys, let's quickly have a look at the ingredients. So what all do we have? I'm gonna use basmati rice, which is atop chal. I'm not sure what do we call it in Hindi, but this is not the boiled rice. And the quantity that I've taken is this much. So it's in this cup. It says 150 ml, and right about that level that I've taken the rice. So I don't want it to be overwhelmed with a lot of rice, because the fun is in this, the next ingredient, which is Khejur-er gur. And as you can see, as a naughty dad, I've been eating slightly from the sides, but anyways, she's gonna pardon me for that. This is 2 liter milk. I'm gonna reduce it to, I like milk and a lot of thick milk, so I'm gonna reduce it to half probably, but let's see how it goes as we progress. I'm not going to overwhelm this particular dish with some fancy stuff, because it has its own flavor which we must enjoy. I'm going to probably use only half the almonds, half the cardamom and raisins that I have here, because I don't like too much of fancy stuff when we are doing something really authentic, which is this damn ingredient. And oh, the eggs are not going to be used. That's part of my grocery, daily grocery. But it's got to stay there because that's the best place. And I'm going to use this particular utensil, the pressure cooker, to cook it. I'm not going to put the lid. I'm just going to use it like it is. It's just the utensil that I'm using. Let's see. I think it is right now 11:20. I had soaked the rice, which is here, at about 11:05, and I'm going to keep it soaked for about 45 minutes. And I'm going to put the milk on boil, because I need to reduce that. So I think it's going to take approximately about an hour and a half, or about 2 hours maybe, once it is completely done. So let's see, let's start that, and wish me luck. Thank you. So it's 11:25 and I put the milk on boil, but I think now I got to relax for some time till it comes to its boiling point, and then I'll start reducing it. So in about 10 minutes time, the milk has reached its boiling point. I'm going to add one more ingredient which I didn't mention earlier while showing you the spices. These are bay leaves. I'm going to put these two in, and some of these cardamoms, so about 6 of them. And I'm going to lower the heat and stop the video because it is probably going to boil out, and I'm going to let it cook for some time at a lower flame. So here's the rice after being soaked for I think slightly over 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'm going to break it, or sort of try to break these rice grains slightly so that it mixes well with the milk, and slightly thick texture. It shouldn't remain runny. For that I'm going to boil it for 15 minutes. So the milk has been boiling with the rice for about 5 minutes now, and here is the most important part, where I'm going to add the jaggery to the milk in another 10 to 15 minutes. And while I do this, I'll keep stirring. But why I wanted to do this piece is because this is sort of a little trick that I'm going to tell you. So you cannot add jaggery directly, these lumps of jaggery directly to the milk, because in that case it will destroy the consistency of the milk. And so I'm gonna boil this water and put it in the jaggery, make it slightly more liquidish so that it adds well with the rice. And come to boil, and I'm gonna put this water into the jaggery and let's see how it goes. Yeah. So here I'm processing the jaggery, and you can see the dark beautiful color of this. I want it to be slightly runny, so I will probably add a little more hot water. I'm not sure how hot the water is anymore, but it's really cold. So yeah, I think this is exactly the consistency I'm looking for, because I'm going to filter this as well. I'll filter this before I add it to the milk. The reason being, yeah, very rightly, very topical, as you can see. This black piece, this is a bit of newspaper, but that doesn't matter. I don't know, you're gonna do you or uke on this, but this is very common for us. I've seen it from my childhood that these come wrapped in a newspaper. So another reason for me to warm it up and sort of filter it before I put it in the milk is because I wanted to get rid of these particles. But it's not unsafe, unhealthy, or whatever it is. It is good. You would know, if you are a Bengali, you've probably got this good since your childhood, hopefully. But anyways, I'm gonna put the video off because I can't find a best way of showing you how I add this, but I'll add and show it to you. Thank you. So the jaggery has been added, and I hope you are able to see the color that is slightly reddish. No, it's not making a difference, but anyway, slightly reddish, and it's been about 2 minutes since I've mixed it, the rice, milk and jaggery. The consistency is still fine. What I'm going to do is that nothing awkward has really happened so far, so I'm going to reduce this for another 5 minutes at least, and I'm going to check it. So again, in my way of cooking, there is no time or fixed quantities and all that, so I'm going to check for 5 minutes. If I find the consistency to be good enough, I'm going to switch it off, and that should be it. And let's see. Okay, give me about 5 minutes and I'll come back. Okay guys, here is the update. It's been on the stove for about 10 minutes as opposed to 5 minutes, as I said earlier, after I've added the jaggery, and I've still not reached the consistency. You can see how beautiful it drops. I'm going to take the other little to help you understand this better, right from the bottom, and I've got to work really quickly. So this is how it has mixed well, and I want a little more thickness of this. I don't want it to be so runny. I know once I switch off the gas and let it cool down, it will sort of hold up, but I'm gonna reduce the flame further from medium low to slightly lower. So I'm gonna let it cool for another cook for another 5 more minutes. So it's exactly 12:30. As you can see, it is exactly 12:30, and I'm gonna cook for another, say, about 5 minutes. It's 12:35. Sorry for the little 12:35 exactly. And what I've done is, then in last 3-4 minutes, I've put the flame slightly higher, on the higher side, so that I get this kind of a boil and as much evaporation can happen before I switch off. What you got to be really careful about is that you got to keep stirring the milk and the rice pudding, because it might then stick. Although I like it personally, the sticky bit, once you empty the pan, you get the sticky bit in the bottom, but too much would kill it. And so I'm going to switch it off. As you can see, it's coming to a really high boil. I'm going to switch it off and let it settle down now. I think I've reached the consistency. Voila, fantastic. All right guys, welcome back to the last stage, or the last phase of the rice pudding with Khejur-er gur, and it is exactly 1:40. So pretty much an hour since I've stopped the cooking process, and I wanted to show you quickly the consistency once you let it settle. So I'm going to move or tilt the utensil a little bit, and you will see how thick it has become. So here it is. I hope you understand. And what I'm going to do is that now I'm going to use this bowl, little bowl. I'm not going to transfer the entire thing, but I'll transfer a little bit for Yavi to have in a bowl, and sort of enjoy the entire bowl. The kids sort of get a bit of a kick out of that, being treated like big. So, and I'm not going to pour the entire stuff out of this into any other bowl or utensil. I'm going to leave it there because overnight it forms a beautiful creamy layer around the walls of the utensil. And apart from all the things that I like scraping that off and eating. So I think hope it has turned out as fabulous as I think. I've checked in between when it was hot. I don't like the hot kheer as such, but I've checked in between and it was beautifully creamy. So hope the cold one also turns out to be. So thank you so much for staying along, and I hope you have enjoyed the entire process, and please try it at home. This is a very, very special delicacy. If you don't have Khejur-er gur, well, good luck with finding it in Delhi or anywhere you stay, but I can help you, but you got to call me. All right, have a nice day. Bye bye.